we're going to take a look at and sell the residual contents of this Lartington Hall in County Durham, owned by John and Shona Harper Wilkes. David Elstob, the auctioneer, is going to come along. He'll be selling them. In fact, perfect timing. There he is. We'll meet John Harper Wilkes. We'll take a look around the hall, which has been used as a very upmarket wedding venue for several years now. But John and Shona are selling the property. But before the sale goes through, we need to just dig through and take out the furnishings that the new owners may not want to keep. So that's our job today. Come with us. Let's have a look around this magnificent country house. I think you'll agree, quite an entrance. A raised step there, perfect height for exiting and entering a horseless carriage. Well, look at this. John, very good to see you.
Good to see you, David.
Yeah, good to see you, David.
And you?
Yeah, so we're going to have a wander around the hall.
Yes.
Are you going to show us what you'd like to put into Elstob and Elstob and what's going to remain? What's the situation? We'll just follow you.
Okay. Well, you're in the grand corridor here. So this dates back to around about 1860s.
Yeah.
I think we're only about the sixth owner of the plot.
Are you really?
So, not really owners, caretakers.
Caretakers, well,
Caretakers.
yeah, no, that's true, absolutely.
So all these bits have all been built on over the years, and through the big door.
Oh, hello. Oh, wow, what do you do in here?
Good parties, basically.
Good parties, yeah.
But no, it lends itself to all sorts of uses, really. I think previous owners have had badminton clubs and squash courts,
Yeah.
and God knows what in here. But recording studios, I think, is another one.
I think it was 20 odd years ago.
But we spent about 12 months in here renovating it and trying to put it back to normal, if there is a normal.
I don't think there is a normal. I think that's the wrong description, don't you think, David?
Put it back as close to what
It was originally. Yeah.
it might have looked like originally.
Now, you've sold the hall.
Not quite, but it's sort of in process.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So really, we have, as all big halls do, we have a rather large surplus of things.
Right. And that's why David Elstob is here. Okay, so anything in here?
We could have a little wander around here and see what things.
Yeah, I mean, what about the chairs? I mean, they're relatively...
Well, there are 100 of them.
100?
This is just a few of them.
Okay.
So, they should probably really be kept as a set of 100. So maybe we can come back and revisit if we think 100 chairs might go somewhere.
Do you think that the new potential owners might want those?
I think there's a strong possibility.
Okay, so let's leave those. Let's look then only at the things that you think you want to put into auction.
Okay.
Right, follow you.
What about those chairs?
What about these chairs?
Well, they're brand new. We are at the moment trying to just put things to one side, hence boxes and things in here.
It's a good-looking chair.
They are good-looking, yeah.
Might need
Okay,
in our
fine.
next life.
Okay, fine.
So,
Well, you then just point out the things
Yeah,
that
sure.
you want gone.
okay, so one through here, you can. Oh, because there's some lights on, maybe.
Oh, this is very... I love the mix, don't you, David, of kind of the ancient and modern.
It mixes well when it's done well.
It does, doesn't it?
It does, and I think that was always the thing we wanted to achieve when we refurbished the hall, was to have some really classic pieces, but the practicality of things that might get bashed and knocked.
Yeah. It
As
looks...
you do when people can have a good time.
Well, I had a good time here in the summer when you had your garden party. I was
You
here.
did, yes, you did, yes.
It was good fun.
It was a hot day.
It was a very hot day. Look at those views.
Views out there.
Beautiful views. Wow. So I'm assuming then, John, potential buyers want everything in this room,
I
yeah?
think we haven't kind of bottomed out the detail of what exactly they do want to keep
Okay.
at this moment in time. So possibly a return visit.
Okay, fair enough.
Might pick up some
Okay.
of those things.
Okay.
But do you want me just to have a little wander through the hall?
You
and
just
then
go.
we-
You just point out the things. It's nice to have a look anyway, Dave, isn't
Yes.
it? I mean, it's part of our job. This is the fun part of our job, having a mooch around, nosy around.
Yes. So we have some nice photos, some pictures on the wall, which I spoke to David about previously. So this chap here, we think, comes from Hartley Hall, which is just over on the edge of sort of Weardale, Teesdale, which I think is a police academy now, or
Oh, I know.
training centre.
Yeah.
Hartley Hall.
Hartley Hall.
So this chap, we believe, comes from Hartley Hall.
And now, I think when we spoke, you did mention that you might want to put him into auction, but it's actually...
Yes, I think he might be.
I think so. Right, good, yeah. Did you buy him in auction? I think you did.
I think we did buy him in auction many years ago, probably 10 years ago.
Can you remember, John, what you paid for him roughly?
I think it was around about £800.
Okay. What are your thoughts, David?
Again, when you go to sale rooms, you know how it is, David, you just like the things you like.
Well, of course, yeah.
I mean, it's a nice portrait, and frame's in good order. He maybe paid a little bit much for it, but he won't be far off.
Quite possibly. So
You know,
yeah.
I think, I mean, I'd like to put in a kind of 4 to 6 or 5 to 700
Okay.
that area.
Okay.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would seem reasonable.
Okay. And then I think we spoke as well about those paintings at the back.
Well, we weren't sure about those, and Shona has a sort of my wife has particularly likes these.
Yeah.
And we've tried to do a little bit of research on the top one ourselves because we think it has some provenance.
Okay.
It says a signature just in the bottom left. It's the frame's over the top of it. Do we know what that is?
Yeah. What do you know about that,
We
John?
might have it on a sort of previous paperwork from sale rooms, but
Yeah.
heaven knows where that might be.
I think you've got literally thousands of things here.
in a box, on top of the
It's
box.
a lovely picture.
It is a lovely picture. What's your gut feeling, David?
I would need to do some research on
Would
it.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. It's a lovely picture. I need to see what the signature and things.
Shall we put that aside, both of them, for research?
Yes.
And we'll come back to them.
Be sensible, I think.
Okay. Very nice. And the rest of it is staying with the new potentials.
I mean, the grate in the half there, that came from the London sale rooms. That was about £4,000, but we think that needs to probably stay with the house.
You're
It
gonna.
looks good there.
It does look good.
It looks
Okay.
good there. So
So that's staying.
yes.
Okay. Follow you then.
Okay. So this is the drawing room, and a rather large drawing room
It's a very good drawing room.
with many seats.
Yeah. Very nice. You've got a sofa table there. Again, this is going to stay, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
for the moment we probably can't take too much out of it.
Anyway, I wouldn't anyway. I mean, a good 19th century sofa table, they don't make much money, David, do they? Couple £100, aren't they?
It is now. It's
Yeah.
300 quid, I'm afraid.
Surprising. But it looks $1 million in the hall, so you wouldn't want it to go.
Exactly, and I think it's a sort of a sensible, some things it's better to leave them because the work with the setting of the hall.
Exactly. Right, follow you, John.
Do you do anything with Bang Olufsen televisions? It's 25 years old and it still works. It's fantastic.
The collectible wonder.
It will be.
It will be. If I keep another 100 years, it'll be fantastic. Right.
So a little mooch around here.
So we're definitely keeping the clock.
A little baby grand. I mean, they're lovely, but they don't make a fortune, do they?
They don't. I think we paid around £600 for it.
Yeah.
It was enough at that, really.
Yeah, because
Do
it's.
you play?
No. Well, I can play, but badly.
You're a bit like me.
Yeah.
You play all the right notes, just not necessarily in the right
I mean,
order.
they're just a piece of furniture to people now, that's the thing.
Well, they are. I mean, you just fill that up, wouldn't you, with silver picture frames? Drop the top, put your family pictures on there.
Which, to be
And you
fair, in our
sold-
previous house is exactly what we had.
Is
had,
it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it had about 30 or 40 picture frames on.
There you go, yeah.
And it's a nice large surface for those
Okay,
things.
but it's going to remain at Lartington
I
Hall.
think it works there.
Okay.
It works there. Right, so we're going now from the relatively modern side of the hall
Yeah.
into the Tudor manor side of the
Oh,
hall.
okay,
So,
let's go. Yeah,
you want to just hold that door now, that shall unveil light.
go on then.
There we go.
Right. I don't know what your thoughts are on these prints, David. I know John and I spoke about these. Lovely frames, early 20th century.
So I believe it's a scene from a couple of Loban to that famous place
Gretna Green.
in Scotland.
Yeah. Hang on a minute though. Are they staying?
Oh, we don't know.
Okay, let's leave
Yes,
them. Let's
yeah,
leave
we
them.
don't-
We
we
get
don't-
them. Yeah.
I don't think there's particularly too many exciting things in there.
Snooker table, nightmare to move.
Every auctioneer's nightmare.
Yeah, they are.
Snooker
aren't they?
tables, pianos and books.
Yeah, well, we've got a few more things as equally as challenging as that, I think, as well. Interesting to know your thoughts on the bureau.
Yeah, well, it's a Georgian thing, isn't it?
Well, it's nice size. Lovely size, isn't it?
Isn't it?
2.5 feet. Yeah, really, it's a-
200
Did it have anything inside there?
yeah.
Oh gosh.
Better clear it out.
Yeah. People put things in strange places.
It's a lovely little thing.
Size is what's going for it. I mean, it could be kind of 300 to 500 that area.
Yeah, as much as that.
Right.
Oh,
Because
like,
it's size. I mean, it's kind of 2.5 feet. It's a lovely size.
it is a good
Small
size, yeah. Well, they go even, you see, I'm surprised that you value it so highly, but it's ridiculous when you think about it. It's 250 years old. It should be 3,000 quid, shouldn't it?
Well,
Wouldn't you think?
I mean,
Quality and...
you would hope, but again, you know, I'm not quite sure how much we paid for that.
if it was
It's,
a bigger one, you know, the big wide ones, they're difficult to sell. I mean, you almost struggle to get £100 for them.
Yeah.
But it's just a lovely size, that.
Yeah. But do you get my point, though, when people say,
Yeah.
I've got something that's 200 years old, it must be worth a lot of money. And it's just not the case, is it?
Well, as I say, we don't think of things like that. Generally, it's if it is worth a lot of money when we come to sell it, then it's a surprise and it's nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's the enjoyment you get out of the things that.
You're a purist, John.
Well,
I love it.
that's one word to describe.
I love it.
One word.
Come on, let's get some stuff for Elstobs.
Stuff. Right. Okay. That's. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through to our sort of big storerooms because there's lots of things
Okay.
in there which I think, well, might make you quiver with interest.
Quiver. I like a bit of quivering.
This was something that I thought was. Again, it's there's only one.
It's a good Regency Hall chair.
But it has an interesting shape.
Good shape, yeah.
Good shape. It's been part of a big set at some point. That's a bit of reinforcement in the back.
No, I wasn't quite sure if it was because it's quite small, if it was actually a child's chair, or because it's just older and people were generally smaller.
I think it's
maybe
just
it
a
was just more of those.
hall chair.
All chair,
Yeah.
big set.
Yeah.
It's been part of a big set.
A bit too small for me.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice period hall chair. It's under £100.
See, I'd rather keep it for 100.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, follow me in.
Right.
And now through the. And is it my magic? Have you got your hand, David?
Do I need a hat?
I don't know.
Where are we going? Oh, wow. Can I just have a look at this door? I love that door. So these are the old servants, aren't they, quarters?
Okay.
Yeah, the van is ready. Sorry, I'm just being nosy, John.
That's okay.
Upstairs
Probably
first,
go
yeah.
upstairs first,
Okay.
and then we might. The problem we have in here is things have been stockpiled,
Right.
and it's really just sorting out what's reasonable, what can be just gotten rid of.
Okay.
Just
We'll be
'cause
able to
I
work
want
it
to
out.
clear a bit of space for the new people. That's all.
Okay, fine. Right, follow you then.
Right. You ready for this? So I think that can go, all of that in there. So there's a bit of silver plate in there.
While David's looking, what about these repro console tables?
Yes, they can go.
You're all right with those repros, David, are you?
The console tables will be fine. I can't do anything with that box.
Can't
to be
you?
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
But the console tables, yeah, they'll on people like console tables. You know.
Well,
Good.
both of those can go.
Okay, so 2 of that, it's fine.
Suggestion you could be getting those out really if you want.
Yeah. So I think there are a few of
you
these.
going now?
Yeah, I think there are a few of these. So, but we have those reupholstered in nice Zoffany fabric. So,
Okay, I see.
So, right.
Right. So what's the situation, John? Do you want anything in here that's able to go?
I think my wife's been in and put some keeps on a few things, but pretty much anything else can go.
Okay, so what do we, David, we've got some more repro console there. Happy for that to go, John? Repro console?
Yeah, I think there's a matching one over on this side as well.
Yeah, and then we've got,
That's him.
David, what do you like with lamps and stuff?
They look quite
Good decorators.
difficult to see again, but they look like decent decorators.
And there's a load over there. I
Some
mean,
of the
repro,
Chinese-
but nice things.
Vasiform ones. are quite
There's a
nice.
big chandelier under here, which is a bit of a.
Yeah,
So what I thought, if we can kind of see some things that are definitely going to go, then the guys can to move them out, and we'll get a bit more space.
Yeah, exactly. So the consoles can go, lamps can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about, again, repro, the kind of mirrored tables there? David, what are your thoughts?
well, kind of good lookers, aren't they?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, just
I think they would go,
interior design
Yeah.
pieces.
and they look good in the sale and mixed in with a bit of old stuff.
Well,
around.
like
They'll look
John's
good.
done in the hall.
Yeah.
That's what the look people are going for. Happy, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of mirrors and all the mirrors, etc. There. I know everyone likes a mirror.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
something with those.
Yeah. So then I think if that's the case, get Jason just in here dragging stuff out while we go off.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to have a little browse just across on the other side?
What about the some
Yeah. Vases. Yeah.
decent looking pair of Chinese blue and white vases?
Yeah.
haven't
They can go.
Yeah.
They're big, handsome vases, the 19th century.
The two sort of the two smaller funnel top ones, they can go as well.
So I think if we get those things out, those small things, lamps, vases,
Yeah.
they look like solids to me.
All right. I'm going to have, while you guys do that, I'm going to have a mooch here. Anything in here, John?
Yeah. I think that's all
All
in
doable.
the mix.
Again, it's all repro. This is repro, but it's got a look, hasn't it?
It is,
It's got a
yes.
look. And there's a good mirror there. Is that to go?
Massive map of teeth. Yeah, mirrors can go.
Brilliant.
Big mirror at the
yeah,
back. That
good.
sort of antiqued one.
There's a gilt one back there as well.
Yeah. There's some more modern, the red and gold side tables.
Yeah, I see them.
They
Yeah.
can go. A marble washstand.
Right.
If there's
Probably not. It'll probably make it best to leave for the hall, I would think, because they make such little money. But we'll see what David thinks.
yeah.
So David,
Yeah.
do we need to get Jason in here then and clearing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Um,
Have a look in here. So we've got, again, repro stuff, but they've got the look, haven't they?
Yeah, good lookers,
Are
aren't
you happy with that?
they? I mean, I like that, and I have great taste.
You do. I've always said that about
I have
you.
great taste.
I've said a lot of things about you, but also I've said you've got good taste.
I think this is probably early Ming Dynasty, do you think?
Minging dynasty.
That's the word I was looking for, thank you.
Big gilt mirror there, David.
Didn't quite make it to the wall.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, another one at the back there.
We have some actually floors, see, literally 6, 7, 8 foot mirrors
fine.
downstairs.
Okay.
People always want good mirrors.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if they're too big for houses, but obviously
Well,
maybe,
I mean,
maybe retail.
You've got hotel markets
we
and
do,
stuff.
They would fit perfectly in those places.
Should we go and find them?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to need to direct Jason, I suppose.
Yeah. Let you.
Well, we can always have a little double check before.
Well, we can do, can't we?
I'll tell you what might be useful. There's a little hook, right?
John, what have we got?
All sorts. Rather large ornate mirrors in the back corner there.
Oh, look at David. You love them.
A sexy devil.
They are. I mean, they're repro, but they're good, aren't they?
They are good.
They are great looking.
Aren't they really good things?
And to the best of my knowledge, they're not damaged, albeit they're on the corner there. So
Are they wood or plaster or
I think
resin?
I think it's a combination of resin, wood, and plaster.
I think that's good. That's
Great
good.
look as well.
Aren't they good? Yeah.
And then a mixture of brown furniture. That I know there's a 12-foot snooker table in here somewhere.
Sure, chairs.
But again, like pianos, they're probably a little bit difficult to get rid of. But you know, cases and things, you know, vintage cases. There's just all sorts.
Wow. Okay.
Chaise longue, that can go.
Chaise. Will that make any money, David?
Some things might need a little bit of reupholstery, but the structure of them is intact and good.
Okay.
Good order.
How are you with Edwardian Victorian chaises?
Yeah, it will sell. They're just not an easy sell nowadays, you know.
It's like 100
It's
quid,
strange,
isn't it?
we buy lots of them.
Yeah. Well, I can see that.
We have dozens of them, but
Still sell a good one.
I think every bedroom should have a nice chaise longue.
Well, I agree with you. Now, that's nice. That's a period Georgian. Is it a tea table or a...
It's a half round.
Yeah. It's got a
just
lovely
half round
detailing.
console.
Isn't that nice?
So yeah,
Shell design.
that can go.
See, that's 18th century, and we tell that, John. See those blocks there?
Yeah.
They're 18th century blocks. If it was Victorian, they'd be more triangular.
Okay.
Look at that, hand-cut blocks. Isn't that a nice thing?
There's an old sign on this one here. I don't know where
Be a
that's
depository sign, Lawrence and Hall's. Yeah, depository. So storage, effectively.
Tripod table.
Where's that?
You'll see the base of it here.
That's a pretty thing.
It's a bit plain, but it's
Pretty thing, though, isn't it? Happy with that, aren't you?
yeah.
Good. Okay, we're going to do a lot of clearing out then, John.
Fabulous. That's quite. It's a big piece, but it's quite in the right place. It's quite interesting as well.
Yeah,
It's a lump.
it is a lump.
It is a lump.
Be alright to get out though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Cross pram. Somebody offered me £1,000 for this quite recently, and I didn't snap the hand off. But again,
Okay.
I think it's a specific market, isn't it?
Do well in auction.
What would it make, David? Do you think?
Silver cross is it?
Silver cross.
Silver cross.
Or is it 1950s? Do you think? Or is it later? Is it quite modern? Can't tell. Oh, that looks quite modern, doesn't it?
The shoe's definitely modern.
Well, yours, John?
No, my heels are much higher than that.
What are your thoughts on the silver cross?
Thoughts I should have taken 1,000 for it.
Yeah.
But it would still do. It would still do well in auction, but I don't think I'll make 1,000.
No, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Happy for it to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can go. I'm happy to give that a clean up before you take it as well. If you,
Okay.
there might be some bits to go with it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Let's get the lads going then, I think.
So it's like a chest. What's your feeling on wrought iron gate?
What's there?
Yes, those there. Yeah. So they've been sitting here for a very long time. We bought them because we thought we might use them at some point, and we never did. But it's got a pedestrian gate and two.
I can do something with those, definitely.
Can you, David?
Yeah. Good ones.
Hellish things, aren't they?
But considering they've been outside for 10 years, they're not looking too bad.
How much would they be to make now?
Yeah.
Thousands.
But we had some modern ones made, and I think they were about 20,000. So
Brilliant. Okay. Well, go.
It's
Yeah.
it's a
Good.
goer, it's a goer.
It's a goer. I love it. Suits you that, Jason?
No, no more. Glad you know. You'll get some.
They say that as well.
Can't afford any more kids.
Mirrors, there's a
Yeah.
you've got the wrong side there, haven't you, David? You've got the dull side.
You'd think I'd know by now, John, wouldn't you? Oh, you see, no, but I knew they were going to turn
You knew
it.
this was going to happen.
I
didn't
did.
you?
Look at that. Is that quite light, Jason?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So is it a resin? Let's have a look.
I think it's a wood frame, but it's fine.
wood frame kind of resin moulding.
I love it.
Good looking thing.
It's a great looking thing.
They are. They are.
Where do they come from, John?
No idea. No idea.
Plates, mirror plates are nice, aren't they? 'Cause it's segmented.
Yeah. It gives it that much earlier look,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Because when mirrors were first introduced in 300 or 400 years ago, they came in small sections, John.
Yes.
Because they couldn't produce them in big sections. So that's kind of replicating that look, isn't it?
Well, the large mirrors in the ballroom,
Yeah.
the mounted mirrors in the ballroom.
Are they in sections?
No, they are the biggest mirrors you can make on a like a UK production line.
Wow.
And then after that it goes bespoke, and the price just doubles and triples. So this is I'm not sure of the age, but it's a jardiniere, a very decorative jardiniere. We've had it 10, 15 years, I think, and it's just being pushed to the back, surplus to requirements, and I just think if it was cleaned up, and
Yeah.
it would. It's very when it's all polished and cleaned. It's very sort of a vibrant walnut.
Yeah, it's nice. Bare walnut, lovely. Gilt metal mounted. It's about 1870. And it's charming thing, lovely. Just a little bit tired here in places, but I think you could live with it how it is. I could live with it how
I
it
could.
is. It's what I call country house condition,
Oh, yes.
which is where we are.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's a seller.
Yeah. Okay.
I do.
Happy to go, John?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
a good home.
Yeah.
See what we got.
Let's have a look at that thing.
We've had some nice days lately where it's been cold but
Yeah.
bright.
Yeah.
But the day is wet and warm.
It
so I'm
is,
not quite
yeah.
sure which one I prefer.
No, I don't know. Cold and dry, yeah, I think we'll go with that.
So this place we haven't had for long. So it's literally, this was as we bought it. So,
Okay.
So it does need some work doing on this place, but we've used it for storage mostly.
So, handsome house, would that have something to do with carriages, do you think?
So Joseph Hansom, I think, lived somewhere. I think this building and the apartment next door were joined together.
And is that handsome as in the carriages?
Hansom Carriage, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
How
So
interesting.
As in those days, people who were architects and engineers, they kind of dabbled in all sorts.
Yeah, yeah.
So he designed the porte-cochere.
Oh,
the
did
front of
he?
the hall,
Right.
and it was. It's believed that the entrance of the cab would come through the porte-cochere,
Yeah.
and it's being curved, and because he built this porte-cochere, he then had to design a carriage that would fit through it. So
Right.
it's believed this is where the hansom cab was
Wow.
first designed.
Wow. especially for the Lartington Hall entrance.
Yes. And then
Which is
we went
very
on to
distinct.
brilliant production. It became the taxi firm of London, the first black cabs.
Well, there you have it. You're full of interesting information, John.
Well, yes, I'll get it all checked out before you.
Oh, we don't put any effort into that sort of thing. Is there anything in here?
So this is the fireplace.
Oh, where? We've got a fireplace,
Oh,
have we?
it's all, but it's literally, it's
Oh. So what?
nice little fireplace.
So who's this by?
It's a Chesney fireplace.
Chesney, yeah.
Chesney.
So they're very expensive
It's
to buy
ex-
new.
Expensive,
Damage there.
but you know, for a nice country house, it would be a good fireplace. I think they're about 2,000 or 3,000 new, and it's
Yeah.
only been used once. I
Right.
know that sounds bizarre for a fireplace to
Well, it
only
does a
be
bit.
used once.
I know.
It was used on a set.
Can you take that, David?
Yeah.
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 Okay, fine. Let's have that then. Oh, can I just have a little mooch around? Sorry for being really nosy. There's another fireplace here.
There is, this one may or may not be of any interest. It looks really substantial, but it's fiberglass, so it's
Yeah.
everything.
Really?
But it looks good.
Is it light?
It's light enough for me to move, unless I wanted to.
See, David Elstob's pulling a face. I rate
Well,
that.
I'm starting to convince myself that I'm just thinking in the cinema might be quite good if you had some fire stuff around it.
I think it's got a great look. I'd have that because it takes nothing to move.
If you got £200 or £300 for it, that's it.
We do a lot of that 200 or 300, but
I think you did it. I think you could get
Well,
200 for that.
if anyone can, I can.
Exactly. Yes.
He's confident, I'll give him that.
Yes.
And modest, I've
modest.
noticed.
Absolutely, hugely modest.
Yeah, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Is it going?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's a little.
Yeah, I noticed there's a serving table next to us.
Yes.
Little Victorian thing.
Yeah. Card table.
Yeah,
1870s in there.
yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I did see like an empire looking thing
Yeah.
through here. Did you see
Good
that?
looking thing, yeah.
That thing there looks a bit kind of what, 1870, 1880,
It's got a good fortune.
hasn't it?
Now, in removals, the back part broke off, but a small bit of restoration, and I think somebody clever could make that work.
Oh, it's not a fortune, is it? But it's got a look, David. What do you think?
It's quite a look to it. It's a better, looks, to be honest, it's a better looking table out the back.
I agree. I agree. I mean, the market's tricky for these things, but how do you feel?
It's a good looking thing, you know. Good bit of country house.
But yes, you're more than welcome to have a go. It's well made.
It's 1820.
Oh, you think it's earlier than?
Yeah.
You think it is? So it's a Regency thing, you think?
Yeah.
Happy to go?
Yeah.
John? Yeah, right.
So I'd like the other stuff picked up before the
Before
end
then,
of
and
March.
get it all in. Right. That's definitely achievable.
Yeah. Because it'd be nice if we can say include items from Lartington Hall.
It's slippy, David.
Especially with glass, Jason. See you, chaps.
Oh, was there anything in, the glass tables? Was there anything in drawers?
I don't know.
If there is, I'll keep it aside.
Right.
I'll bring it back with us.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything in drawers? Just put it in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
box, because
Will do.
That's been really interesting,
It has.
hasn't it?
no, thank you
Yeah.
for your time, gents.
Thank you,
That's,
John.
yeah, it was nice to see some things that I hadn't seen for quite a long time in some cases. But,
Exactly.
yes, I shall show you out.
Yeah, please do.
This is staying with the Hall. I don't know if you've seen that, David. So
What is that? Is that the map of? Is that Lartington Hall?
Lartington Village.
Oh, is it?
And it's probably around about 1700s.
Oh, I
It's on
must.
Hyde. but we're not quite sure if it's a real plan or an artist's impression.
I must have a close look at that. I love that.
But that's, you know, that stays with.
That's got to stay with the hall, isn't it?
It's priceless. So if you want to dodge the scaffolding, we're changing light bulbs at the moment.
I didn't like to ask. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Literally with scaffolding.
So the little round windows at the top tilt, and that's how you get into change light bulbs. You can't use an ordinary pair of step ladders for this.
Yeah. Normal for
thankfully,
you.
They don't need, with modern light bulbs, they don't need to be changed that often. But I think last time we changed a light bulb was about 9 or 10 years ago. So that's how it goes.
Okay, well, I think we'll be back, David, won't we? Because there's a lot more to take. So,
I think we'll be back with
yeah.
the next time.
Yeah. Brilliant. John, all the very best.
Thank you.
Very good to see you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, John. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, there's more items to come out of Lartington Hall, so we'll definitely be back. See you in part 2.